The history of Emancipation Day in Trinidad and Tobago. Emancipation Day in Trinidad and Tobago commemorates the abolition of slavery in the country and is celebrated annually on August 1st. The day holds significant historical and cultural importance as it marks the liberation of African slaves in the British colonies, including Trinidad and Tobago. Slavery was an integral part of the colonial economy in Trinidad and Tobago, with African slaves being brought to the islands to work on plantations and in other industries. Slavery in the British colonies was officially abolished in 1833 with the passing of the Slavery Abolition Act by the British Parliament. However, the act stipulated a period of apprenticeship for the newly freed slaves, which lasted from 1834 to 1838. On August 1, 1838, the apprenticeship period came to an end, and full freedom was granted to the African slaves in Trinidad and Tobago. This day became known as Emancipation Day, symbolizing the end of slavery and the beginning of a new era for the African population on the islands. Trinidad and Tobago made history as the first country in the world to proclaim a national holiday to commemorate the end of African enslavement. In 1985, then Prime Minister, George Chambers, made the decision to memorialize the liberation of enslaved Africans with a public holiday. In the 1970s, the Black Power movement led to a resurgence of celebrations of emancipation. The increased popularity of these events intensified advocacy by groups such as National Joint Action Committee, NJAC, and Traditional National African Association, which led to calls for a national holiday. Emancipation Day is celebrated with various events and activities throughout Trinidad and Tobago. The day often starts with a reenactment of the reading of the Emancipation Proclamation, followed by parades, cultural performances, exhibitions, lectures, and other forms of commemoration. The celebrations showcase the rich African heritage, culture, and contributions of the Afro-Trinidadian and Afro-Tobagonian communities. The observance of Emancipation Day in Trinidad and Tobago serves as a reminder of the struggles faced by the African slaves and their journey towards freedom. It also emphasizes the ongoing fight for equality, justice, and the recognition of the rights and achievements of the African diaspora.